Sworn to the service of Nagash, the god of death, the Sepulchral Warden, former Lord Marshal of Shadespire, directs his frenzied Death Rider comrades to kill and kill again, desperately hoping to be freed from the endless agony of existence. From the pyromaniacal Kindlefinger to the piscine Apotrax and the hound thing known as Spawnmore, the daemons bound to Ephilim are utterly bizarre in form. Only the avian flamespoiler possesses true intellect, weaving orbs of weird flame with the feet to hold them at foes. Today's Warhammer Underworld's Battle Report is a Rivals game featuring Ephilim's Pandaemoniums, played by myself, versus Mia, who will be playing with the Sepulchral Guard. And then here we have the Sepulchral Guard using their brand new Rivals deck. This Rivals deck is found in the new 2-player starter set featuring the Sepulchral Guard and Fast Riders. And so here we have the Rivals deck for Ephilim's Pandaemonium. Now we are going to be using their Rivals deck, and they've got this really interesting plot that they have to go along, where friendly fighters with the Changer keyword cannot be given any upgrades, but you do have this cool little thing you do at the start of every turn where you inspire, then give a bunch of tokens to a variety of different models for your force. In fact, really making the changes do a lot of work for Ephilim, who is, the big power of the group, but definitely there are, lots of ways you can use those changes to really push through and do some damage. So this is what you do. We've also got Ephilim's Pandaemoniums, their objective and power cards on screen for you to have a look at. Here, the list of all the cards in the deck as well. And so here we are deployed. We have Ephilim's Pandaemonium on this side. We've got Ephilim the Unknowable in the middle there. She is flanked by Apotrax, the Stairfish. We then have Kindlefinger over here. We have Spawnmore and the Flamespoiler there. For the Sepulchral Guard, we've got the Sepulchral Warden in the middle, and then we have the Champion and the Prince of Dust at the back there. Harvester the flank, and the 3 Petitioners up front. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Alright, so priority for turn 1, this is for Ephilim's Pandaemonium. We got a double support, that is it. For the Sepulchral Guard, you got the double crit, so you're going to get the first activation. Alright, so for the first activation of the game, Sepulchral Warden's going to use his special ability to allow 2 other friendly fighters to move. You're moving the Prince of Dust over onto the objective, and also moving the Champion up 2 squares. Both of them will gain move counters. And so, because of Ephilim's Pandaemonium's rules at the top of the round as well, I did all the abilities. So I inspired the Apotrax, the Stairfish. I then gave a stagger to the Kindlefinger. We gave a guard token to the Flamespoiler, and then I pushed the Spawnmore a single hex. So now going for my first activation, we're just going to move Ephilim onto an objective. That'll be mine. Alright, so your second activation is going to be the Sepulchral Warden doing the exact same thing, moving the Rising Petitioner onto the objective, and moving the other Petitioner there up to again. I'm then just going to go with my move for Kindlefinger here, and that will be it for my next activation. So, activating the Sepulchral Warden again, moving 2 more friendly fighters, Harvester moves, and then you're moving your last Petitioner 2 squares as well. Alright, so I'm going to go with a charge with Spawnmore next. So Spawnmore is going to get 3 dice for his attack, so we are needing cross swords. Got a crit, that's it. So defense on Harvester, needing the crit. Do not get it, so that'll be 2 points of damage on the Harvester. Alright, so the Harvester is going to attack Spawnmore back, so go for it. It's a crit. So I need the crit to go back, and I do not, so you're going to do my damage, so it's 2 points of damage back to me. Alright, so Stairfish has made a charge. We now have 3 dice for our attack into your Petitioner. So that'll be a success on 1. And so you got 1 defense dice on the Inevitable Petitioner, and you get the success. So that'll be that. And so, end of the round, I'm going to choose to hypnotize the Petitioner there and move him 2 hexes, ending in range for me still, but just sort of splitting him off from his friend. So, end of the round, the Ephilim's Pandaemonium will score Scornful Stance, where scoreless in the end phase if the friendly leader is holding an objective, which she is. And so, the Sepulchral Guard will score March of the Dead. Scoreless if in the end phase if 5 more friendly fighters each have 1 or more move or charge tokens. I think pretty much everyone except for the Sepulchral Warden has a token on him, so you got 6. So you're going to score 2 victory points for that. And so, priority for turn 2, I got a single crit and 2 double support. For the Sepulchral Guard, you got a crit but no support, so I will win the tiebreaker. And so, Ephilim's Pandaemonium, top of the turn, we then inspired Spawn more. We put the guard over here, the stagger, and we also pushed the stairfish up there. So, first activation going to Ephilim's Pandaemonium this turn. We're going to go with Spawn more. So first activation, Spawn more, we are attacking, so what do we get? We have cross swords, which doesn't do anything for us. No supports there, so we've got nothing with Spawn more. He fails his attack. Alright, so next you're doing a charge super action with the Prince of Dust, moving 2. So he's going to attack into Spawn more, so you will get supports now. Hammer, does that do it? It does get you a single success. Yeah, gets you a single success. So I've got to get a single block, and I get the dodge, which is what I need, so nothing happens to Spawn more. So Apotrax Inspired will attack the Petitioner there, so we get the crit, and we don't get anything else, so we just get the crit. Defense on your Petitioner is a single dice, you need the crit to succeed. Oh. And you don't get the crit. Alright, so the Harvester is then going to go and attack into Spawn more. So that'll be a crit. And does cross swords do it, or is it hammers for you?
Cross swords.
So Harvester, lovely. One of your few that is. So I've got the defense on Spawn more. I need a crit and success here. I got the crit, but that's not a success. So you still get through on 1. So after that, I'm going to play 2 upgrades. I'm going to play Aura of Mutability here on Ephilim, which is going to give me some extra dice to friendly changes nearby. And then we're also going to play Spiteful Mouths as well, which is going to go on Apothrax Inspired. And so then we have some upgrades and ploys to be played for the Sepulchral Guard. First of all, Legacy of Dust. This is going to go on the Prince of Dust. This effectively gives some bonus damage to petitioners around the Prince of Dust, so he's going to take that. Then we've got No Vitals, which is going to go on the Warden as well as another upgrade. And then you're also playing Worthless Chaff, where friendly petitioners will have no bounty until I take out a petitioner or until the end of the round. So we are going to go next up with a charge action from Ephilim. She is going to move to here. And she's going to make an attack at the petitioner here. So, Ephilim, I've got 2 friendly changes within 3 or more hexes. So, we are going to now get the +1. So, that will be a success of 1 with my Fiery Change Bolt. So, you'll get your defense on your petitioner. Roll 1 dice for the petitioner. 1 defense. And a dodge is not what you need for petitioners. It's a shield, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he will go down. Alright, so I don't get a point for killing that petitioner, but I do now score Violent Change. I score immediately after an enemy fighter is taken out of action by a warband spell attack action, which Ephilim just did. And I also score Might of the Great Changer, where I score immediately after the second or subsequent enemy fighter was dealt damage by a warband in the same phase. I'm then going to play the Boundless Change upgrade, and this is going to go on Apothrax. And then we are also going to play the Gambit spell here, where we can try and cast this and give us a reroll to 1 defense dice for the turn as well. So see if we succeed, and we do with the crit. And then you're going to play the ploy as well, which is Inexhaustible Warriors. You get +1 move to friendly fighters until the end of the round. Then the Harvester will make a move, so he gets to move 3 hexes now instead of just the 2. So we're then going to go with Flame Spooler, who is going to attack your Petitioner there. So 2 dice, we get the crit and the success. So 1 defense dice, you can't stop anything. So roll your defense dice, see what you get, but I don't think you can. And nope, you don't stop the crit. So that is going to be 1 point of damage on the Petitioner there. And so then you're going to make another move. I'm moving this for the wife because she has little arms. And she can't quite make it, but you do make the move to there. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of King's Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum e-store as well. And so, priority for turn 3, last round of the game, I got a single support, that is it. And you get 2 supports, so you're going to get the activation. Alright, so your first activation is putting the Prince of Dust over there, moving. Then I'm going to go with Flame Spooler next, who's going to attack your fighter on 5. So Flame Spooler is attacking next, so we've got 2 dice to go. We're just going to make a straight attack into your Petitioner there. We get the crit and the success, so roll your 1 defense dice. I don't think you can do anything about it because it's crit and success. And you got the crit, but I still get the success through. So which means the Rising Petitioner there will go. No, sorry, actually no, I did not get a crit and success, so I will be stopped with your crit. Wrong character I was thinking of there. Do not get it, so you block it. Nice. And so, because I failed to do that, you will get Undying Watchman. Score this immediately after an opponent's activation step. If your opponent, you warband holds 2 or more objectives, you're on 1 inside my territory, so you'll gain 2 victory points for that. Your next activation, Sepulchral Warden, will now do his special Raise ability, bring back 1 of your undead petitioners. He will now have a raise counter on him. Alright, I'm going to do Mutative Siphon, so I'm going to do a wound to the Kindle Finger there, and then I get +2 range to a maximum of 6 on my Nectar ranged attack action. And so Ephilim will then get to attack. She will get a nothing with Fiery Change Bolt. So that'll fail. Wow. So you're doing your raise again with the Sepulchral Warden, bring back your other petitioner and putting a raise counter on him. And so you will now score. They keep coming. Surge Duel. Score this immediately after you give a friendly fighter a raise counter, and 1 or more already had a raise counter, so you scored another point for that. Flame Spooler will now have to make an attack into your petitioner there. So we've got 2 dice for my attack. We will succeed on a double. So you've got 1 single. You need a crit on this to stop. You don't, so your petitioner will go down. And then your activation, you're just going to move him onto the objective, which at this point will mean there's nothing I don't think I can do. And so that will be the end of the game. I've got 1 more activation. I can try and kill the Harvester here with Ephilim to maybe get me a last point. I fail once again with her on her magic. So that will be the end of the round, and it will be a 6-4 victory for the Sepulchral Guard. And so that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to come chat more with me, we have a Discord server for the channel, and that is linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. This is either via Patreon or YouTube members using one of our affiliate links and codes down there, like Baron of Dice, Gap Games, or Mithras Games, or by supporting us directly on Patreon or YouTube members. If you'd like to do any of those, we have links for that all in the description. And as a special thank you to our Patrons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons: Soren, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Cure Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallers, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And our YouTube members: Greenridge Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revenar, Pink Nico Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Once again, everyone, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.